Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, not only has XRP been pumping, CryptoCon here posting this, the Bitcoin cycle is just beginning. You can clearly see this by the trend development on the MVRV after coming out of the green buy zone, which I tried to tell you to buy at 16.5 thousand, not me. This is CryptoCon's message here. There are years of upward price activity to come as Bitcoin moves along the new trend line. So guys, another confirmation here that, we are at the beginning. One of the most exciting points here in a crypto bull run right at the beginning. So, still a good time to accumulate, whether it's Bitcoin or whether it's XRP or any other cryptocurrency. Basically, anything that solves problems, this is probably going to be the best time in terms of confidence to time ratio because we're already starting to move up. I mean, a lot of people did not want to buy back in the summer and then after November, after the FTX collapse. It is now March 2023. We're almost at the end of the month. Got a lot of exciting news here. First, let's take a look at this Bitcoin trend. First bullish trend cycle, second and the third, guys. You can see a very, very clear, definitive trend that formed in all three cycles. And right over here, we're at the beginning of the fourth bullish trend cycle. So taking a look at the price of Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin on the hourly, and I know I'm going to get to XRP. That is obviously the more exciting crypto at the moment, but Bitcoin right now trading at 28.6, has been moving up since Wednesday, which is yesterday. Let me just throw it here on the daily. You guys can see we are breaking through, or rather have broken through those former resistance levels. And you can see this trend poised to continue to move its way up. And of course we got XRP, guys. XRP here on the daily continuing to move. Let me throw it on the hourly because even just as of the time that I started researching today, XRP was still trading at about 53 cents. And right now, as of the time of this recording, it is continuing its rally upward. So we did see, yesterday we did see a high of about 58.4, at least on this exchange. This is the Bitstamp exchange. Despite what we had been hearing from guys like Jim Cramer, John Deaton posting this, the very moment XRP price stopped moving upward and did a 180 turn was when Jim Cramer said Ripple might win the case. Jimmy, chill, can you please go back to calling it a scam? Listen to this.
SEC says, look, they're creating securities day after day after day. There's a Ripple case. They may not even win the Ripple case, but the Binance is very different.
They may not even win the Ripple case, and of course that was that occurred yesterday when XRP did hit this level here. What John Deaton was saying is that as soon as Jim Cramer said that, we did see the 180 turn. Nevertheless, I think this is short-lived, guys. This is just a healthy retracement as we continue to make our way to the upside. So XRP right now trading at about 55.5 cents, continuing to make its way up. And you guys can see even in these last 2 hours, again, this is on the hourly, we have pretty much wiped out the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours worth of XRP downward price momentum. So in 2 hours, we wiped out the last 15. That is a positive sign. We've also got Peter Brandt here. He spots a rare bottom formation on the XRP chart. And yeah, Peter Brandt, the one who has been a fudster, a negative Nancy, whatever you want to call him, on XRP in the past, has now set a new minimum, guys, price target of $3. So basically suggesting XRP is going to, in fact, move its way back up to its all-time high. This one coming from Ian Binns. So Peter Brandt spots this rare bottom formation. Veteran trader Peter Brandt prides himself as a crypto skeptic, particularly critical of altcoins. Amongst these, XRP would easily make it on his list of Brandt's most hated projects. And if you guys weren't here back in 2019, 2020, Peter Brandt, even throughout 2021, I'm sure, Peter Brandt was so negative on XRP, and I mean, for good reason. I mean, technically, this guy, you got to understand, this guy's a pure trader, so he is basically only interested in the charts and price momentum, as it doesn't give a crap about any of the other stuff like the real world utility and the blah, 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 and any of that. Doesn't care. He basically said, this is a crap coin for trading. And I mean, in his defense, he did have some good points. Nevertheless, it was a good opportunity for us to hodl. Well, guys, now he has changed his tune, and it's looking like it's paying off for long-term hodlers in the XRP community. Here's essentially what he wrote here. So this is his analysis on this. I'll be the first to admit that when I hear someone mention Ripple, I discount whatever they're about to say next. Truly an OG crypto project. I'd rather have watched paint dry for 5 years than hold XRP, and it would have been equally as profitable. During the last crypto bull run of 2020 and 2021, XRP couldn't even reclaim its high from the bull market of 2018. So, I mean, Peter Brandt does have a point. Unfortunately, we were hoping that XRP was going to reclaim that high that we saw Whoops, back in 2018. So that would have been right up here. Here, let me bring that chart down right up here. Of $3 and change, depending on which exchange you are looking at here. And so on this particular exchange, this is the Bitstamp exchange. We did see a high of about $3.31, give or take. It could not even reclaim that high back in 2021, unfortunately. And so here's what Brandt's saying now. The company has been embroiled in a lawsuit against the SEC for over a year, and it has exhausted the bulls. But XRP has reappeared on my watch list, up 20% in the last 7 days. Ripple fits the criteria for an asymmetrical trade. If the fulcrum bottom is legitimate, now we're going to get into a fulcrum bottom in a second here, and maybe the massive consolidation below the 2018 high resolves to the upside, and maybe he puts in italics, the minimum price target is above $3, making this a 10-to-1 minimum trade setup. Now, with regards to the fulcrum bottom here, the compound fulcrum bottom is always a bottom pattern and never a top. It occurs when a market forms a complex head and shoulders top pattern after the prolonged and extended decline. This is how Peter Brandt had described this back in 2015, and you guys can see the formation there. XRP forming that fulcrum bottom. And to give you guys a little bit more analysis here, just a quick Google search. The fulcrum bottom on the soybean oil chart from 2011, July 2011. You guys can see that pattern completing there. Even when I just click on the Google search here, a reversal pattern found in point and figure charts. It looks similar to a double top and a double bottom pattern. It consists of a move back in the congestion area followed by a move in the opposite direction. And so Peter Brandt here looking at this, suggesting maybe these levels are indicative of a fulcrum bottom on the XRP chart, guys. And you know what that means if that is in fact the case. We are going to move higher. So let me just draw that out. I believe he's looking at this. Where is he looking at? Yeah, so that level there, and then making our way up over here. So part of what I like to describe as that Nike swoosh pattern, something that I just came to notice on the chart after studying this for many years. So $3, the minimum price target coming from Peter Brandt. Also, out of Korea, volume continues to maintain. A few days ago, I talked about South Korean exchanges and XRP volume. Well, guys, it is continuing. This one from Michael Branch here. Trading volumes for XRP spiked to billions of dollars on now multiple exchanges. So it used to just be Upbit. Now we're seeing it on Upbit, BitThumb, Corebit, three of South Korea's top exchanges by volume. On the back of the tokens, 26% rise in the past week. In the past 24 hours, XRP trading made up 37% of all volume on BitThumb, 18% of volume on Upbit, and a staggering 50% of all volume on Corebit. Data from CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap has now shown. So Upbit led the global XRP trading volume with over $790 billion worth of tokens traded in the past 24 hours. In crypto circles, South Korean traders are infamous for pushing euphoric rallies on tokens. The so-called kimchi premium originates from the region, where prices of Bitcoin on local exchanges can trade at a premium of as much as 30% compared to international counterparts, driven by local demand. So the kimchi premium, I don't want to get into that too much in this video, but if you're curious, you can look it up on Google. Ultimately, when people are FOMOing into crypto, Koreans, for whatever reason, or maybe it's a regional thing that there's not enough supply, and so the price eventually goes up higher than on other exchanges around the world, and they call that the kimchi premium because kimchi is a traditional dish from Korea. Nevertheless, we're getting news from Korea that we're seeing more volume there. Also, this guy's from Ian Bin's. Open interest in XRP surges to $800 million as crypto traders hope Ripple SEC verdict will bring on an alt season. So this is the other thing, the Ripple SEC verdict, guys. It's going to be an interesting next couple of days. If the court rules that XRP is a security, it would mean the same for other alternative cryptocurrencies and subject the broader market to stringent supervision. But I mean, considering, if you've been following this case for as long as I have, or other people in the XRP community, you probably know we're in a good spot right now. And some are suggesting maybe this is now being front run because of, because of what's coming out, because of what people are feeling about, the sentiment with regards to XRP. Okay, so now it's coming down a little bit here as I've been talking, but this is all par for the course, guys. Remember, healthy retracements are not a bad thing. So an increase in open interest coming alongside an increase in price typically suggests an influx of new money on the bullish side and is said to confirm the uptrend. At press time, funding rates representing the cost of holding bullish long and bearish short positions were positive on most exchanges, indicating the dominance of bullish leverage traders. So they're talking about new money coming from the sidelines into XRP. The bullish impulse stems from Ripple's case versus the SEC, where optimism for Ripple's win seems to be becoming more dominant. This coming from Lewis Harlan, portfolio manager at Decentral Park Capital. Another quote here, maybe that Ripple win sets off a bullish impulse down the risk curve, or rather an alt season. Alt season is a crypto slang that describes a period where alternative cryptocurrencies like XRP, Sol, and DOT, gaming tokens, decentralized finance coins, and meme coins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. We've also got Alex Kruger down here with his 2 cents. Ripple winning over the SEC would translate into alt season, so follow that closely, even if not long the standard. So I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've also been saying this, the fact that, XRP, it could be the catalyst for another alt season, because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, to keep it simple, it is going to create FOMO. Okay, even if we just take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies in the last 7 days, we've got Bitcoin up 3.6%, Ethereum up 2.8%. We got BNB coin actually down. I'm sure that's because of the recent announcement that they are being sued now by the SEC. And XRP up 24.22%. So this is, again, in the last 7 days, and no other coin compares, really. Even if we go down the list, we just don't see many of these coins comparing. Stellar is doing fairly well, too, but I think that is on the back of XRP. So the Ripple SEC case definitely is going to play into this. We've also got this, guys, from Kenwood Capital here on Twitter, posting this article from you today. Popular crypto activist and media entrepreneur David Gokhshtein gave his assessment on the current price action from XRP. Gokhshtein stated that right now the token's price chart looks pretty dope. However, according to his rhetoric, this is far from the limit of what is possible. Therefore, Gokhshtein asks, imagine what could happen to the XRP chart if the SEC case against Ripple is resolved in the crypto company's favor. So, again, going back to this chart right now and even just, looking, let's throw back on the daily here. Looking at the price since mid-month, okay? So let's take it from mid-March. We are seeing an uptick for XRP of about 51%. At its high, it did go up as high as about 62.5%. But right now, we're down and around here at about 54.5. So 54.5 cents, up 51.7%. And as you guys can see, that candlestick on the hourly is already receding back up into positive territory. So Gokhshtein also commented on this. The media manager is not the only one who foresees unprecedented success for XRP in the event of such a development. Earlier, crypto lawyer and pro-XRP activist John Deaton shared his prediction that the price of the token would literally skyrocket if the regulator is defeated in court. And then we also talked about Alex Kruger and his broader view that predicts a full-fledged alt season. So guys, we've got a lot of people now coming out of the woodwork, suggesting that XRP really is going to maintain this. And I mean, all the way until we get a final verdict, and then boom, what is going to happen then? And, if you guys remember, the assessment that we'll likely get is nothing 100% one way or the other way. So we have to take that for what it's worth. We're likely going to win in some aspects of the case, but maybe the judge will say, well, yeah, but over here, the SEC has a point or whatever. I'm not going to speculate on how the case is ultimately going to land. However, we should be prepared for this. I think overall, though, we are going to get positive sentiment. XRP not a security. XRP definitely a utility coin. There's a lot of evidence to support that. And so, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, we want the FOMO to set in. We want people to purchase XRP because we want the price to rally. So despite how the case really ends, I mean, it's good to know. I mean, for us, for the utility down the road, and for all the other more kind of sophisticated reasons, it's good to know where the case resides in the details. But, in terms of the FOMO, in terms of the price increase, in terms of the, people going yay or nay, do I buy or do I not buy? I think we're going to be set up fairly well for that. So wanted to thank Kenwood Capital for posting that. Not only that, guys, we've also got ISO 20022 news. And this one here from Raiffeisen Bank, together with the entire banking system of the Ukraine, are switching to the ISO 20022 standard-based transactions during the night of, guess when, March 31st to April 1st. So, is it a coincidence? I mean, March 31st lands on a Friday, and April 1st is the Saturday. And it's interesting, I mean, considering this is a bank in the Ukraine, a country that is at war, But they're saying it here. Okay, the bank, together with the entire banking system of the Ukraine, will switch to a new generation electronic company payment system based of the NBU-SEP 4.0 and the implementation of international standards ISO 20022. And then the dates are down here. Okay, March 31st, the Friday. All payments in the UAH sent after 5 p.m. Until 22 p.m. Will be executed, including the payments required additional check by the bank. So guys, they are already warning people in the Ukraine, people using this particular bank, that this implementation is going to happen, and they were warning them as early as March the 15th. The other thing that I wanted to point out, which is kind of a little bit tinfoil hatty, is this whole concept of Ukraine being a financial hub, let's say, for more unsavory individuals. A lot of money, speculating, a lot of money going through Ukraine. I don't want to get into that topic at this moment in time, but I think, with regards to the ISO 20022 standard and banking modernization, the fact that, the people running the show are going to run on RippleNet, I think that all ties in, but I'm going to leave it at that. Wanted to thank ISO 20022. Let's do it here for posting that. So here's the other thing. We've got guys like this, Mr. Hubert posting this from Cryptocurrent on Twitter. They are clearly using front-running bots via Tether to artificially inflate the price of XRP to confuse simpletons that insiders are buying with positive settlement news. So the FUD continues. In reality, if it were institutions, it would be $10 by now. Small incremental risers are not insiders, but bots. So what this guy is alleging is that this price activity is due to bots, not institutions. And I'm not going to rule out institutions completely. I sure as heck, though, do not think it is bot trading, pumping the price to get the FOMO going. Otherwise, why wouldn't this have happened beforehand? I think personally, maybe a few people behind the scenes do know what's going to happen or do have a good inclination of what's going to happen. And this is triggered on a little mini bit of FOMO, considering we are at the end of March and we are expecting something really, really big to happen within the coming few days. But it is funny that people are still trying to FUD it up in March of 2023 with regards to XRP price. Even the FUD master himself, Peter Brandt, is holding back on the FUD and making a 180, basically saying XRP is going to hit its target. Maybe, he says, going to hit its minimum price target of $3, which means the sky is the limit, guys. If that is the minimum price target, putting this back on the daily, I don't think it is out of the question that we could see the run continue. And over the next 2 years, as bull runs generally take about 2 years from bottom to top, over the next 2 years. So let's say at the end of 2025, we could certainly see an XRP worth about $13.80 if it does fully retrace and we do see a full Fibonacci completion up to the 4.236. So this is not out of the cards. He's saying minimum is what we're going to see here. Minimum $3, or rather that old all-time high for XRP. Gonna move along, guys, because Phil at Philly0812 posted this. Now, if you guys do not know who Teeka Tiwari is, I did a video on him and his prediction back during the last, two bull runs ago. Now, this is when I first started my channel. It was actually coming, it was when the bear market was occurring in 2018. And if you guys didn't catch that video, I'll link it up here if you guys are interested to hear what Teeka Tiwari said at that time. But check out what he says here, guys. Phil says, if this guy Teeka is truly talking about XRP, if this doesn't excite you, nothing will. Now, I happen to find the clip here, and I will link this YouTube video in the description of this video, guys. Listen to what Teeka Tiwari had to say in this recent interview. This was just posted on March 28th, by the way. Listen to this.
Multi-generational wealth. That's what's at stake today, John, because we're just moments away from what I believe will be the biggest crypto event of this decade. And there is nothing that can stop it. And that is what's so amazing about it.
Well, I'll tell you what's amazing is that right off the bat, you're starting with a big prediction about this upcoming event.
Here's the thing. I'm not gazing into my crystal ball about this, John. I want to be very clear about that. This event will happen. It is 100% guaranteed to take place.
But let me stop you right there, Tika. I know you met him, but how can you guarantee that something will happen?
It's a great question. A few years ago, again, I personally met this man who's about to flip the switch and trigger this panic. He's a crypto billionaire, one of the most important men in the crypto world. And developers who are involved in this project, they have confirmed this is happening by as early as the end of this month. That means they could flip the switch at any moment they choose. They're actually running the final test as we speak. John, this is the final test right before they pull that trigger. That means we could wake up tomorrow morning and read about it in the headlines.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. They could flip this. Did you just see? I heard him right, didn't I? They could flip the switch at any given time. The timeline could happen as early as the end of this month. People are working in the background still to make sure that everything is going to run smoothly. That, to me, sounds like ISO 20022 compatibility. As we know, guys, there are a lot of big banks that are integrating by the end of March 2023. We also know that there's supposed to be a verdict on the lawsuit by the end of March 2023. So, I mean, all this timing sounds like it's checking out here. Not to mention the backdrop. I mean, globally, I'm just going to touch on this, guys, from Anders here. China and Brazil to settle trades in their own currencies. So this is just coming out, okay? This is brand new news coming out. They're ditching the US dollar. So this is now confirmed. Saudi Arabia enters trade alliance with China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and 4 Central Asian nations to step further away from reliance on the US dollar. Watcher Guru also posted China and France complete their first LNG gas trade using the Chinese yuan, ending reliance on the US dollar for energy trades. So now this is no longer speculation. This is actually what's happening. Saudi Arabia partners with China to build a Chinese oil refinery for 83.7 billion won. So guys, again, moving away from the US dollar, this is what we've been talking about now for months and maybe even years. And this one from Merlin on a Roll here on Twitter. The coronal sun is unleashing solar winds at 2.9 million kilometers an hour towards the Earth, which will hit our planet on, you guessed it, tomorrow, Friday, March the 31st. Very convenient that it's on a Friday and ready for the weekend. Get your crypto off the exchanges now. Share with your friends far and wide, guys. And he grabbed this from news.com.au. Very, very convenient. So are we in for a cyber pandemic, anyone? I mean, maybe XRP is rallying on a bit of a front run. I think all the stars are aligning, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.